see Duncan a one.
Everybody has to.
Grown Ass Adults.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hey. Supposed to be my neighbor. I don't know.
You're a
weirdo. You're sitting there.
Neighbor.
Yeah, why not? You can live next to me.
That's true.
I'll bring it closer to it if you guys want to say what it is.
Today's topic is D&D IRL.
Yay.
That means in real life.
It does.
Easy dubs.
That means, by the way.
As soon as that camera goes on, it means
That's exactly what that means.
And these calories don't count.
they don't, because they're on the podcast.
They're podcast calories.
They're like car
They're
calories.
like car calories. They don't exist.
That's when you eat the fries in the car, so it doesn't count.
Exactly. Or when you
So
or
Rachel,
when
what
you,
is this? Yeah.
today we're eating eggless cookie dough bites that we made on Elite Play Love earlier today. So they are salmonella free and ergo not a danger to your stomach. You're welcome.
And
All those
delicious.
people trying to control your life. Tell you how to live.
And I used Ghirardelli mini chocolate chips.
Not sparingly.
Nope, not at all.
I can feel that for quite a long time.
So mostly it's just some chocolate chips bound together with a little bit of eggless cookie dough.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I never mentioned that cookie dough is my favorite.
Hey.
I'll share with everybody.
I love taking the spoon to it. Just cookie dough.
But now they're in cookie dough ball form.
Or
I know,
when
this
it's
is
like
better.
the tube, and you just peel the
Cookie dough
tube.
balls.
And just,
And you don't have to worry about
I've never done
No,
that.
I have
Me
never
neither.
just taken chocolate. That's like, no.
no?
No.
Here's the lie.
Just me?
Here is
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
way over the
That's
line.
just you.
You just
It's like a
botched your-
candy bar, but like
You just
way-
botched
No,
your
it's
prisoner roll.
not like a thing.
Yeah. That was a botch. That was
Old
a
Natural
botch.
ones all day, buddy. Ducking bad for that. Natural ones.
Yep.
Just me.
Especially on initiative. Sitting there going last.
This is mostly on initiative.
Alright, so we are the Grown Ass Adults. I'm IQ. In addition to this podcast, I also do Elite Play Love, I do Backseat Gaming, and I do Reading the Copy.
I'm Joe.
I'm IQ. In addition to this podcast, I also
What are you new?
do Play Love.
Jeez.
Sorry, Doug doesn't
Sorry.
know how to mute his.
We're
I
looking
usually
for a
have
new
my headphones
IT guy.
Sorry, failed that computer roll.
We have an opening. It's right here on the couch next to me.
Stealth check 0.
I'm Joe. In addition to this, I also do Backseat Gaming, which is where I go on Twitch TV and I live stream some games. We had an issue with the first one. I had the video open. I didn't realize it was going to record all the sound from the video onto the recording. So there's a lot of double talk because it's recording what I'm saying and then recording what's coming through on the cast.
Oh, that's terrible.
That happens.
I still posted the video because I told you I would.
Whatever, we'll just play more League of Legends.
All
no.
for you.
The next one's actually probably either going to be Battlefield 3. Since I got no suggestions, you all let me down.
I'll play Battlefield later.
It's either going to be Battlefield 3, World of Tanks, which is really not that exciting for me because I die in 2 shots. Or other games that you guys come up with. So come up with some games for me.
I dare you
I really
to
think you
Sims
should do it.
Medieval.
And for his birthday, I did get him a Steam gift card, so suggest some games. That
Yeah,
way he
buddy.
can get them and play them.
Yeah,
Suggest things like Garden Warfare.
that's on Origin.
Yeah, suggest a 1 EA
I also added it to cart. I just haven't bought it yet. Because I bought another game first.
I'm so excited. I love playing first on this.
I have to keep changing the game settings though because it's from 1998. So if I don't change the game settings, like eventually it just like shits the bed and everything turns like
What,
pink.
what game is it?
It's Populous in the beginning. It's a real.
Populous.
No,
Yeah, no, that's
Popular.
popular.
War.
It's a real time strategy game. From 1998. I played it on like PlayStation or no, it had to be PlayStation. Is all I had.
98 was definitely PlayStation.
It was PS. I played it on the PS1, and
Oh,
I knew it was available on PC, but I could never find it. And while looking, and then I got the Humble Bundle with Populous, and I'm like, oh my god, awesome! And I went to play it. Not the same game. This is the third game. Populous the beginning is actually the third game in the series.
Weird.
Weird, very weird.
Pretty cool.
But it was $4.99 on EA, so I bought it. I played like a total of 20 minutes on it.
Oh, on the bone.
Love Humble Bundle.
That's Doug.
Hey, apparently X-Tech of Grown Ass Adults, editor for Elite Play Love.
That's still consistent because I don't
That's
want to
still
edit my own stuff. I already edit Reading with Guppy.
Well, you know what? You can keep your job as long as you edit our shit too.
If
Isn't
you-
that tempting?
You know what? And now he quits.
It's okay. You don't have to. I'll do it.
Good, you can do yours. You have to get the video files to me. I'm not going to tell you how to get them to me.
I will get them to you.
It'll happen.
That makes
I was gonna say handing him the camera doesn't count.
Actually, yeah, what?
He just throws it at him.
She just gets. She just nails the card to
so-
him.
I'm Jim, Nintendo Nerd, leading our Reddit, and
Reddit.
what else? That's pretty much it. If we ever do a video together,
It's fine. It's done.
I-
Just needs edited.
sure, let's go with that.
Our Honey-Do Bro list. I'm Autumn, aka Hipster, and I run the Honey-Do Bro list. Jimmy helps me out sometimes with that. And I'm also going to be starting the Grown Ass Adults book club. Yay!
Yay!
I've picked the first title. We're gonna do it via Google Hangouts. I will give you guys a date soon. You're looking at probably like 3 weeks. We're gonna do it monthly, but I want to get on a schedule, so I'll have to look at the dates and see what we're looking at. But if you guys are interested, I didn't bring my book with me because I was reading it and I forgot it at home. It's called Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It's got really great reviews. I started reading it. This is what the book looks like. Can you see it? Sort of, maybe.
Yeah.
It's
Meh.
on
No.
I'm about to delay.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Close
Anyways,
enough.
if you Google it, like I started typing it in my phone and like I put out MISS space P and it came up. Like it's there.
Trust her.
It's really good so far too. BT does.
I'm Pat, or Cloud. I'm doing anime reviews as well as this podcast. The anime reviews are going to be under Anime Prism is the name I chose. And I think the first thing I'm going to do this weekend coming up is going to be posting a video about what I'm going to do, how I'm going to review the different things and exactly like what to expect and the grading system. So everyone has an idea of what's going to go on with it. So I don't have to explain that every time I go to review something. It can be up there once. Then after that, I will review an actual anime.
Cool.
And that's what we got so far. Anytime any of you guys have any suggestions, ideas, questions you want to ask us, please let us know. We are starting something really cool where we're going to start posting goals, and you guys help us reach those goals, and we'll do something special like the weekend or the week after we get 15 viewers watching for at least half an hour. I'm going to let our 5-year-old Guppy pick out my outfit, and I'm going to take her to the mall with me. And I'm going to video that. I'm going to let her completely pick out my outfit, everything that I wear, and it'll be up to her. Yeah, and I'll make a video of it.
We're still doing Walk of Fire.
That's if we get that'll be higher up on the chain. But these guys also have to pick something. Because right now it's just we've got like 2, and they're both me.
What is Walk of Fire?
The
Lego Walk of Fire.
Oh. was like, I'm not walking on actual fire.
I was just like,
I got shit to do in the morning.
Enough Legos.
Alright, that's fine. Do I have to run or can I walk?
Not
Walk.
walk.
Oh god.
Don't run.
Don't run.
Yeah, that's why I was
You'll
asking.
die.
You'll lose a leg.
I'm incapable of walking down my own stairs. I'm not running across Legos.
Yeah, straight up.
And
Fail that
running's
thing.
just a bad idea if you put more pressure down.
Yes.
You're gonna cut that.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
hurt more because it's not spread out.
oh jeez.
That's why you see people walking fire. It's always.
Fire's usually quicker. Glass is slow.
So,
So anyway, the topic for today is D&D IRL, otherwise, also known as D&D in real life, or
Dungeons and Dragons in real life.
what we would be if right now we were a tabletop character. I said D&D, but if we have a different tabletop system that we would prefer to use, like me.
Iron Kingdom. I mean, I think we all kind of. It doesn't matter.
But we're going to talk about what, what our race, our class, our stats, our alignment, all of that. What we would be if rather than being in real life, we were just characters in a tabletop game.
okay.
I just assumed we'd all be humans. Since we're all technically humans.
Negative, I made meat popsicle. You know that.
True story.
So who wants to go first?
Alright, I'll go first.
What are you going to start with?
We're going to start with stats, race,
Alignment.
alignment.
I'm gonna start with race. I'm a human. So I would probably be 4th edition.
You're pretty close to a dwarf. Or a dwarf,
A dwarf. just a really cool beard, and that just makes me a
And
dwarf.
that makes you a dwarf, yeah.
Plus the, natural +1 to con if I was a hill dwarf.
And you would, like gold if you had it.
I do like gold.
See? You're pretty much a dwarf, bro.
I'm pretty dwarfy.
Except for the last.
As far as like personality wise, yeah, I would say dwarf.
Well,
See?
you're not going to be able to base it off of physical. Because if that was true,
You're right.
you could only be a human.
That's
Unless someone's lying here.
secretly a merfolk.
Not true. They're separated.
That's what she wants you to think.
They're a merfolk with maybe not
I forget what
D&D,
they're called.
They're called
I would be a
Lyceum.
changeling.
There you go. Oh, that's what I was gonna be.
Suck it! I went before you. Yes, I would be a changeling. Specifically, I would be a changeling from the World of Darkness system, changeling the Lost, not changeling the Dreaming. I like changeling the Dreaming, but I prefer changeling the Lost.
Yeah.
What?
No, you're trying to changing the game because there's changing.
Oh yeah, no. I'd be from World of Darkness. I'd be a changeling from the World of Darkness system,
Not D&D.
not D&D.
Right, but just 2 different things.
Right.
Definitely.
I've actually taken a World of Darkness game and put it into D&D terms before.
You
That's-
can, yeah.
No, doing the conversion, it's not supposed to work that way.
I'd be a human. But not for like the reason of I'm a human. I always play a human in any sort of role-playing game.
Not a cat folk? They're
Oh.
faster.
No, never. I always play a human in any sort of game, and it's actually, the reason I have for it isn't like your normal, because they get the +1 feat, or they get the free feat, or whatever. No, the reason I actually play a human is because I want to believe that a human is capable of these amazing feats that you create, or that you conquer and you survive within the system of a role-playing game.
Doug.
I guess I'd probably be like a half elf.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because like I kind of fit in everywhere appearance-wise, but like personality-wise, I don't really fit in with people as much.
You're such a downy.
It's like the page before.
He's aloof, like an elf. Elves are aloof.
A half elf specifically though.
You might be an
don't fit into
Eladrin.
anywhere.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
would not be an Eladrin.
He might
I mean,
be
he's pretty
graceful, but
stuck
he's
No,
up.
I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm just
Crystal toilets, bro.
No, he's aloof.
crystal toilet.
All right, backstory. So
Okay.
well, yeah, but I want to talk a little bit about Aladdin backstory just for a second.
He
I-
still wants
still
to talk
talk.
a little bit about
Cat
Crystal
and
Toilet.
Autumn still
I
have to
just,
go.
I just
Because you
want
said
to
as
just
Myrtle.
I just want to talk about Crystal toilets for a second.
Good.
Anyway, So
Seriously, Rose.
it says in the source book for, I think it's 4th edition, that Eladrin live in crystal cities. Like, crystal cities, shining cities.
They will.
That's what it says.
Yes, keep going.
So we were thinking, we're like, well, so if everything's made of crystal, then you can, like, see through it. What about their toilets? We're just like, that would suck. And so we just picture crystal toilets and, like, Aladdin going to the bathroom.
That depends on
and
if
you
you're a
can just straight up
celebrated.
see through.
It depends on if you're a celebrated pooper. I mean, are you talking about like people can see you
They can
while
see
you're
you
pooping? Yeah,
while you're going.
that would be a problem.
That'd be
And-
I'd imagine there'd be
But-
curtains,
but no,
silk
there's-
curtains.
But I
Hold
feel
on,
like even
hold on.
Aladdin would just be
Crystal
like,
doesn't necessarily mean crystal doesn't necessarily.
They would
mean
own it.
Like,
It's
clear.
not-
It's not necessarily
clear.
clear.
There's crystal that's not clear.
I know, but I
Granite.
feel like
Granite, crystal.
you're right. You're right.
Solid rocks are crystals.
Mic drop.
Bro.
But I feel like Aladdin are like the highest of the high. They have
Everything's made out of diamonds.
everything's like
Not Aladdin.
pure diamonds.
Eladrin.
What did I say?
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
I said Aladdin.
Yeah,
saying
You're
Aladdin,
pretty
but
consistently saying
I'm
Aladdin.
like, I let it go the first couple times. And I'm like,
I was just confused.
Eladrin.
Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh, okay, Aladdin in Crystal City now. I
No,
guess.
Aladdin.
You were saying Aladdin.
Well, I'm sorry for saying
I only heard it the
words.
first time, but I stopped listening.
At
Yeah,
least he's
well.
honest.
I came out wrong. I just assumed you were saying it correctly the rest of the time. Like my brain wasn't comprehending how you were
You
pronouncing
go
it.
first, you know.
Well, the problem is it depends on what mindset I'm in.
Yeah.
For mine, if I'm in like a certain person's mindset, I'm a tinker now. Okay. If I'm my normal self, I'm probably human. Probably. Maybe like silver brow human, which is my favorite version of human in 3.5,
Don't
which
you
is
know what that means?
it's a little bit of draconic blood. That's what it is.
Gotcha.
The reason why is because once again, similar to actually what Joe was saying with the human was it's nice to have a human that can just do all these crazy things that all these characters do. And Tinker Gnome just because I like playing with things, little things.
So I guess, I mean, if we're talking Dungeons and Dragons specifically, it depends on what edition.
Clearly I'm not. But go ahead.
Yeah, clearly you're not. Because, like, every edition out there has different, like, everything I think I would be, I wouldn't be.
There's certain things are all in all editions.
That's true. Like, well, what I was going to say was Typhloids is all in all of
Tieflings are in
them.
all.
Yeah. But it's just one's playable versus, and, like, the
It's
bad
playable
guys.
in all of them. It just it has a level adjustment of 3.5. It's playable in all.
So that's what I was told differently. But I don't know if I would actually, like, as much as I want to be a merfolk, I think I'm actually a changeling that pretends to be a Typhloid to fit in. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
You don't pretend to be a tiefling to fit
I'm just, well, that's true.
in.
That is true. I don't know. I'm pretty much in.
Yeah, well, she's also really bad at fitting in, so that makes a lot of sense for her.
There you go.
She could be a
I don't know.
Just trying, but fail.
It's not working.
It's working here.
Okay, good. So you guys are all
Grown
friends
ass
with me, right?
No, I'm still a human.
No, I'm definitely a changeling.
I'm just very accepting.
Hey, remember what we said about like not having annoying ringtones during the podcast?
It's just a
Oh
drone.
my god,
Ugh.
you're really bad at this.
Dude,
You
caught,
are 2 for 2 right now.
Dude, you caught my inadequacy today.
It's
It's
this day.
contagious.
It's this day.
I was real awful today. Like
Okay.
I spilled during Leap Play Love. I spilled
All the things.
everything. Every ingredient that I needed, I spilled at one point or another. It was terrible. I was like, I kept looking at the camera and just being like, and then, but
You're like looking at the camera and like, who's that?
with
That's
the
how
food,
it's going from now on.
with the food and. So that's what I did. That's what I did today. All right. So what we've got over race. What class would you be?
Middle class.
What? Middle-
I,
No, low.
man, that's
I aspire
unattainable
for
goal
middle
for
class.
that.
I'm hoping.
That's what I aspire for.
I'm just faking it at this point.
Yeah, for, like class in general is just like, I think it's like, I don't even know what I would be.
Well, every
But would
class
you
has
be
specific
martial, magical, or stealth?
Classes have very specific things they are at base. Like
Right.
like a ranger is an all-around person that's good in the woods,
Right.
that would be a ranger. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that just because you'd be a mage or a wizard doesn't mean you'd be throwing fireballs in the woods.
Right.
You just
It
be
would
more.
mean you are more intellectual and you are more book learned. Is all that would mean.
Yeah.
So you go from that, or like a bard would be someone that would sing all the time.
Well, he's not staring at me. I get it. I'm a bard.
Except
I was going to say I'd be a mage, but apparently I'm a bard.
You're a bard.
it's okay. There's ways of making bards into mages.
I want to be a
Especially
jelly
in
mage.
fifth edition.
5th and 3rd.
I want to be a jelly mage.
You want to be a jellyfish?
A jelly
Jelly
mage.
She played it in 3.5. All her spells were jelly.
Every single one of them.
That sounds delicious.
It was because we were
What kind
doing
of jelly?
Acidic.
at whatever kind you wanted because it was a world's largest dungeon. So like literally, I was just like, create jelly.
Wow.
We are literally in this campaign. We are literally subsisting on jelly.
Oh man.
Because in theory, it's just creating food, but no. It's
just
jelly.
Did you make like a jelly trampoline? To, like,
Yes.
Yeah.
pits and
Yes,
stuff?
I've done that.
That sounds awesome.
Boots of jelly,
Yeah, boots
Done.
of jelly give you +5 to your jump.
jelly floor.
Jelly floor, you have to make a balance check every time you step.
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah, they're spells. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all spells that already exist.
Yeah.
But,
It's just you.
They just jellied it up. And that's what I am. I am a jelly mage. Apparently, I'm a bard.
You should have made jelly.
I'll put that on the to-do list. Jelly is a time.
Jelly's
It's a process.
time-consuming, so
It is
it's
a
not gonna be
process.
It's more of a summer thing too.
Oh, your leg hurts. Come
baby.
here. Poor baby girl. Aww.
What about you, Joe?
I'd be a ranger. I was trying to act like I wouldn't, but I'd be a ranger.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't be a ranger.
Ranger
Even though we
loves
rangered up really well. And like, there are aspects of being a ranger that like nature and stuff like that makes sense for me. But like that's not all about me, and you can still be in the woods without being a ranger. So
Yeah, no, but I'd be a ranger.
oh, I know, I get you. You're a ranger. I mean, I would probably be a sorcerer. Like,
I feel like you'd be a druid.
Yeah.
I was
Also
trying to
thinking
think of
druids.
druid.
well, that makes sense because
Druids
it's kind
are
of
also
a ranger
masters of
and
elements, is what
yeah,
it is.
it's like it's a ranger-esque
Ranger
but with
esque.
magic.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm not a healer.
I can see
You don't have to be a healer.
sorcerer.
Okay, see that's my problem because when I think about druid, I automatically think healer.
No, they are not healers.
And I can see
necessarily.
sorcerer too. Like you naturally have all this amazing power and strength, and you just like wield it, and you're just like, well, you guys are pitiful because you aren't naturally like this.
Well, no, I'm glad you guys are saying druid for me because I've been picking things that I play all the time. Like I play chaotic sorcerer, that's a tiefling, or a changeling, that plays a tiefling. But I also play, I play rangers, that's an elf. Like I apparently I typecast myself.
Yeah, well, I mean, typically when you LARP or when you play D&D, you play what you feel like you would be. It's just easier.
That's what my first D&D character was.
Yeah.
And my second. And,
My first one
and
was
my
wrong.
My first D&D character was nothing like me.
So
Yeah.
here, and I had a lot of problems, and they were like, "We need to remake your character." I'm like, "Okay," but this is what I pictured. She's like, because they're like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
See, I don't mind playing different things.
Yeah.
But I am not religious at all, and I played a cleric at the time who actually cared about the religion he was in. Granted, it's not true anymore when I play him,
Mm-hmm.
but at the time,
Yeah, in the LARP that we play, I'm all about religion for all of my characters,
Which is ironic.
and I am completely against religion in real life. But that's another story.
Not individually against people that have
No,
religion,
no,
just
no,
not
yeah.
personally religious.
Right.
I wanted to clarify for people who don't know.
how about you, Doug? What would you be?
If we're going off the purely D&D,
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever.
it would probably be a mix of artificer and wizard.
Okay.
I see that.
I can see artifice.
Especially with my training in engineering.
Yeah.
But if we're talking more like a sci-fi type one, be like a technomancer, being
Okay.
able to bring technology, repair technology, and like control it. That'd probably be my class. So we have Big Mike. He has shared some stuff in his chat. He says he's a human
Ooh.
with a class of Bard and Barbarian.
Yeah,
And he's posted all of his stats and stuff, but we'll share them when we actually share our stuff.
I could see that. He also asked what we think he would be.
No, I think it's pretty
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Barbarian's called a. It's actually a class for doing the two of them together.
It sucks because it's not like celebrity couples. You can't combine it because if you take the BA from Bard and put it in Barbarian.
No, but it would still be a Barbarian.
A Barbarian. Okay, yeah, you're right.
You just have to do the full work.
Yeah, it just doesn't flow as easily as like Brangelina.
I honestly have no idea what class I would be.
Really? I mean,
Like,
it's not an easy question for some people. Like,
maybe a.
exactly.
what do you think, Jimmy class?
He's definitely got a little bit of a bard in him.
He doesn't have a class.
I feel like I took a level of way too much
And you're just the
on
that
that guy.
Can you dual class Druid and
You can
Paladin?
dual
You
class.
can
whatever
do
you
class
want.
everything.
Because I feel like that might be a good mixture of me. Because I always have a cause for my reason.
No, see, druids always do have specific causes as well.
Okay, so see, 'cause
So
I
you
don't
could
have
just
three
be a
druid
druid.
here, so I don't. I
But
just automatically play sorcerer.
I can grab Player's Handbook 2. You could read Druid.
Nah, bro.
Oh, is that 3?
I just assume they're
That
healers.
is
I mean, I always play sorcerers too. But apparently, I'm a bard. I'd be a bard sorcerer. Screw
there's
it.
specifically
There you go.
bard sorcerer types. Like
What would you
they're
be?
both charisma based.
Yeah.
That would be a mama's boy.
That's not a class.
It is now.
You can play.
A warrior?
Get down.
I feel like I would just be like a level of a lot of things.
What's the thing that
Yeah,
Mike played?
you'd probably
Or
be-
Alex played?
A monk?
Yeah, that's not a class, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is, but no, I can't see Jimmy being
No.
a monk.
No.
No,
No, they're
You're
religious.
just straight up hybrid.
but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter
No,
what
I think-
religion
No,
it is.
yeah, I
It's
really
literally
think you
just
are. I
like
think you're just
hybrid.
a
Like,
hybrid.
I took a level of like everything and was just like,
I took a level of one too much type
Yeah.
thing. Like you
So,
got
jack
a
of all
little bit of
trades.
all of it.
yeah, like
That's the word I was looking for. Jack of all trades.
like literally
Sure
jack of
can.
all trades.
Literally everything.
Well, that kind of goes with bard a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like that's a lot of what the bard does is like a little bit of everything. But like I feel like I took like maybe like 3-4 levels of bard, and then like 2 levels of fighter, 2 levels of berserker, 2 levels or barbarian, 2 levels of paladin, and we're just
you
like
definitely got
whatever.
some sort of wizard or something.
I would
like
say
that.
wizard. I would
Yeah.
say
You have intelligence.
yeah,
You have book learning.
but that's just me.
Did you say?
I didn't.
That's
But
just
go
a
ahead.
theory.
No, I already said.
Duskblade. Jimmy's
Yeah,
a Duskblade.
Druid.
A
Well, I
Duskblade?
said sorcerer, but you guys were like, no, you're druid.
Yeah,
I was
you're
like, okay,
definitely
you're right.
druid.
You're right.
Was that
You're right. I'm
Kirkman?
druid.
No, you streamer.
8061 doesn't have a.
Yeah, Duskblade would be pretty apt as well.
What
It's
number are we
do you know what Duskblade is?
We're at 6 viewers.
Do you know what Duskblade is?
I'm not familiar with 3.5 like
Okay,
further
Duskblade.
characters, 'cause
Duskblade is.
I've only
it's actually my favorite class. in fact. Duskblade is it's a warlock from Misprops.
Okay.
It's a melee fighter that channels spells through their swords. And it's they naturally can cast it, but they are still intelligence based.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
That's what I was gonna pick from it.
It's kind of like when I play.
Pat's that too.
Unless I know him and then I'm an artificer.
So, I think that brings us to our next thing, which is alignment.
Ah, yes, alignment.
Now, I
That
am
one I
hands
know.
down, super easy, chaotic good. I will do whatever needs to get done for the correct ending. The ends justify the means.
I am lawful neutral.
I think I'm also lawful neutral.
Interesting.
Chaotic good.
You know, I think
What I do might not be very good,
But
but it's
it's
gonna
for
be
the
for the
good.
good.
Now, see, I would say chaotic good for myself also, but my idea of good is different from others.
So,
That's chaotic.
chaotic
good.
neutral.
Yeah.
No, it would be chaotic.
Yeah,
neutral.
yeah, I think it's chaotic neutral.
Mine would be
The true evil, chaotic neutral.
Mine would be neutral. Because I do some lawful stuff and some not quite.
Everything I do.
I mean, admittedly, I'm not completely lawful, but I feel like I'm lawful good.
No, you're not.
I don't think so.
I'm lawful neutral.
Yeah. You could be lawful neutral. I don't think we know people. I don't think we could stand people that were lawful good.
I really
Be
could.
exhausting.
Because as soon as they
It
do,
would be
as soon as you go to do
exhausting.
something, they're like, you can't do that. Blah blah. Blah. Like, no.
I've interacted
I've
with
interacted
people
with
like
people
that.
like that.
Yeah, and they're terrible.
When I was young, I think I was lawful good. But
Yeah, well, everyone.
Yes,
Well,
you were.
Until
As I grew up,
19,
I-
lawful good.
my
You were
my
definitely lawful.
morality
good.
has kind of switched to just be
And then I
neutral.
took you under my wing.
Wheel of morality.
And then-
Turn.
and then
Tell us
Yeah.
a lesson that we should learn. I mean, throwback.
Like there was the first time I ever met Doug. I've known Doug since I was 12,
Roll level.
middle school probably.
Yeah.
First time some kids in the neighborhood were picking on him. Doug's brother is my best friend. Has been for like 20 years. And some kids in the neighborhood were picking on him. So I went over to Doug and my friend Dan's house to take care of the kids in the neighborhood. So like we went outside and there was snow on the ground. We acted like what would happen was they whitewashed Doug, except they did it on like the sidewalk. And there wasn't a lot of snow down. And like they hit him in the face with an ice ball.
Which was foreshadowing.
Yeah. So, ironically enough, I went over there and we acted like we were playing with the kids in the neighborhood. And then myself and Dan proceeded to then kick the shit out of those 3 kids in the neighborhood. One of them left with a bloody lip, and the other 2 left crying. But I felt just in my actions.
You're a bully. Just kidding.
No, I wasn't.
No, they started it.
I picked on the
I'm
bullies.
just kidding.
But I felt just and justified in my actions. Hence, chaotic good. Because I didn't think I did anything wrong. It was just payback. They never messed with Doug again after that time.
Now, see, where's the difference between what you're saying and what I would say? Which is exactly the same thing. I mean, my good is just. It's not that people disagree with me, that people are just stupid.
Normally, if you follow your own set of rules, it's a
You're
lawful type, actually. Normally, if you follow
Really?
your own set of rules, it's a lawful
Nobody.
thing.
No,
Because
they don't.
law just means that you're following
Stay down.
a set of laws, not necessarily the
The
world set
laws
of
of the
laws,
world.
but the
yeah.
set of laws that you have
Nobody.
normally. And if you're doing it for yourself or your own stuff, usually it would be lawful.
And I'd love to read it out of the book, but 4th edition was
No,
silly.
they don't have to.
Yeah.
They-
Now,
they
that's
have-
why I call myself lawful neutral.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
no.
I have a very specific
I
set
have no
of
problems
morals.
with lawful neutral.
I have a very specific set of morals. And I might not be lawful in terms of like, law,
So
but I have a
full
set of
powder thing.
morals and I do not break away from those.
I will say, I'm not surprised by this, but good on us for nobody being unaligned. Not that there's anything wrong with being unaligned, but like we have such bold personalities that we're like,
I think it
we
was
don't
hard, yeah.
sit back and
Most of my characters are true neutral,
yeah.
but
But even
Yeah, but you're not. Like,
Yeah.
it's just too hard to be that in a real life setting, I think.
I hate
It's
people
true.
that play true neutral though and just like roll for everything that they do. I'm like, that's chaotic.
yeah.
It's not neutral. That's
Sorry,
chaotic.
there's a lot going on and I can't actually physically read it.
Most of it is like Mike posted his stats.
That's really specific on my phone when we get into it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so after that,
Ability scores.
okay.
Do we want to go through all of them, or just like top and bottom?
Yeah,
Top
top
2,
Top 2,
one?
bottom 1, yeah.
Just like a generic like overview. You don't have to say like
Numbers.
yeah or anything like
No,
specific.
I'm not saying numbers.
Yeah, we're not numbering it.
Well, like obviously my dumb stat is strength. Like I just 0 upper body. Just it isn't
True, I
there.
have bigger muscles than he does.
It's just not there. My constitution's pretty decent, definitely. I can withstand a bunch. Dexterity, moderate. not way above average. Intelligence and wisdom are definitely my top. Just
Really?
definitely.
I would say you had a lot of charisma.
Yeah, I would put charisma in the top, at least top 3.
Yeah.
It's gotta be top 3.
Yeah, because a lot of people like you. Like you like
You're
people-
very personable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. I
I
just
have a
never.
beard of like +1 charisma. So.
That's
Right, exactly.
And you got that voice. That voice just
That's
screams,
true.
I'm charismatic, so.
And you're approachable.
Okay. See, I guess I have a better charisma than I thought.
Oh, okay. So let's go over the stats. I have the D&D stats explained with tomatoes.
Oh yeah, I love
Ah.
that.
Yeah,
okay.
so I figure we'll go over that. You've got strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Right.
So strength is being able to crush a tomato. It's your strength, your physical prowess. Dexterity is being able to dodge a tomato. It's, your back and forth, it's hand-eye coordination, that kind of thing.
Dodge a tomato, you can dodge a ball.
Constitution is being able to eat a bad tomato. It's being able to deal with the elements, being able to deal with, infection, being able to withstand.
Salmonella.
Yeah, your body's ability to withstand. Intelligence is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put a tomato in a fruit salad. And charisma is being able to sell a tomato-based fruit salad. So just so we're all aware.
Not from a botany standpoint.
Don't do the joke.
Don't even.
I
Don't
won't.
go there.
I'm just gonna read my book.
Alright.
So does that mean I'm next?
You can do that.
My dump stat would probably also be strength. I mean, I'm moderately strong, but not stellar. I could be stronger. We'll put it.
Could be somebody. You'd be a contender.
I could have been a contender. I would probably say that my top stat would be dexterity.
Definitely.
Which is why I usually play Rangers, because my top stat
Rangers and
aligns
Chasers.
with their top stat. I really don't know what my second top would
Charisma.
be. Really, you think so?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say I have pretty decent constitution. I don't get sick all that often. I mean, when I do, I'm a little baby about it, but
Yeah, you get the man flu just like every man out there.
yeah. But I don't get sick all that often, and I've eaten some very questionable things. No, really, I went to school for
you.
I went to school for cooking. You shouldn't consume that. Too late now. I already swallowed it. But I told you before you picked it up. But I already swallowed it. And I feel alright. I'm gonna take another one. Can we stop sharing? Or is it just yours?
It still says broadcast on it, and it looks like it's recording sound.
Can you
Are
guys
we
hear?
good?
I think my computer just dropped.
Okay. Did we click the record button?
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
No, we're good. My
We're
computer
good?
just dropped out.
Okay, sweet. I think that my highest stat is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I know a lot and can generally pick up about a lot of things. I know not to put a tomato in a fruit salad.
But-
That kind of thing.
I don't think it's your top stat though.
Really? You don't think my wisdom is my top stat? I feel like I'm wisdom and then charisma.
No, I think your charisma first.
I feel like my charisma is based on my wisdom, though.
I feel like your intelligence is higher than your wisdom.
My book knowledge is higher than my
No.
street knowledge?
No.
No, her wisdom
Her
is
wisdom
definitely
is higher.
higher.
Yeah.
But I still think her charisma is the highest. I think you can use your wisdom to be charismatic, but you're also just a charismatic person.
I never looked at it like that.
Most people who think charisma, are high charisma, don't realize it. And we discussed this earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
everyone who
wouldn't-
thinks that they're high charisma, you're just like, you don't have a, no.
Do you know the
No.
definition of that
I
stat?
love that people say like, I think my highest is either intelligence or wisdom.
Wisdom.
Not sure which one's which though.
And you're like, but
But
I had the helpful hint. If you don't know the difference, it's neither.
yeah.
Save
Well,
yourself the trouble
so-
and pick a physical stat.
well, let's talk about this though, because wisdom.
I didn't go into my dump stat yet.
Okay.
Oh.
My dump stat is Constitution. If somebody sneezes in Canada, I have got the flu.
So
I'm
Canada, don't sneeze.
I'm just terrible.
Watch, cover your nose. Wash
Nico,
your hands.
Nico had an eye infection, and my left eye started burning.
Just
like,
sympathy burn.
Just I
Joe,
I'm
don't
terrible.
Get pregnant.
That's why,
Yes,
also why you have high charisma, because you just have that.
I have empathy.
Yeah,
Yep.
You have such empathy for people. And by people, I mean dogs, because you really don't feel that bad for people.
Now there's the difference between empathy and sympathy. I feel what other people are feeling. I do not feel sympathetic for them.
That's what it's done.
So let's delve into wisdom, okay? So wisdom, common sense, perception, self-discipline, and empathy. What we can take this as any of them. What happens when you're like, well, I don't have any form of self-discipline, but I've got pretty good perception and common sense.
Then you are pretty much average in that. For the most
that
part,
one, okay.
the way it would work is like
You'd be like an 11 or
Yeah.
12.
Okay, all right.
I'm literally the definition of wisdom is me.
I know. I'm just saying, like, because you can put this for any of them. The personality, persuasiveness, and leadership, charisma. No leadership skills, but everyone loves you. Then you're
Did
right.
you just point at Jimmy, or were
No,
you just
I said in
gesticulating
general.
in
No, she
general?
was just going.
You're just gesticulating.
No, you just went like.
No leadership, but tons of personality. Not naming names or pointing fingers, Jimmy.
You're right, maybe charisma isn't your first one.
No, it wasn't
No,
his
Christmas.
first.
I just.
No, it's not.
It was
But,
like second.
but
or
if you
third.
have a high, like in that sense, you're probably so high with your personality just because your leadership's not very high, it equals out anyways.
It bounces.
Yeah, it balances, right. Okay, so that makes sense that you're kind of average on that one.
now remember, like a 10 is average.
10
for
is average.
That's like
for everyone.
your everyday
Your average Joe.
dude.
Nah, but
Just a dude.
I'm just some guy.
what's going next?
Just what a dude playing a dude.
So
Says another dude.
I'd say my highest stats are probably intelligence and strength.
Yeah.
Most of what I have done for the past couple of years has been physical labor, and all of my education was on engineering. So
Oh
definitely
yeah,
high
you have no
intelligence.
common sense, but you're very book smart. Very book.
I've
I've said
been-
that about you for
yeah.
years.
I still feel like your
Um,
lowest. I know what your lowest stat is. If you don't say your lowest stat, I'm going to.
I would say my dump stat was charisma. But being in retail, it's something that's sort of just getting trained constantly.
There's
Um,
techniques.
My other lower
retail,
stat
though.
would be dexterity.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
You're
quite clumsy.
You're not.
Sir faints upon the equipment.
I had a low constitution roll that day.
I'm not allowed to work
failed my
Black
fortitude
Friday
save.
mornings because I pass out every time.
I was sick for a week.
That's constitution. That's not necessarily dexterity, though. The fact that he fell on products.
Well, he was unconscious at the time. I don't think you can really control that.
I can.
Fell prone.
You did fall from right onto that block, Roger.
Is that how you got it?
No, I didn't buy that
He
one.
didn't buy the broken one.
No, I'll just be sick.
That'd be ridiculous. Come on.
So we're done with abilities?
No.
No?
It's like,
Why do you keep skipping on it? You had.
Suck.
Yeah. Are you not right? You're left-handed. You forget everything on your right.
I do. Alright, go.
What are you?
Go ahead.
God damn it, guys.
So I would say, and this is funny because we were just making
We're
fun
just
of
playing.
it. People who like say they're charisma, yeah, they've got charisma as their top and intelligence as their top. Typically don't, but we discussed this beforehand and we all agreed. Charisma and intelligence are my top. My dump is definitely dexterity, maybe constitution. I would think I'm average at everything else.
Constitution's pretty low.
Yeah, but my dexterity is pretty bad too.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying your con would be definitely one of your bottom two.
Yeah. I might
I don't know
be
which is
average
higher, but bottom
intelligence.
two.
Well, I'm
Well, which is
above
better.
average intelligence for most people. But I might be average intelligence of what should be and more higher on strength. But it's toss up, I think. I'm also like one of those people that have like probably really high stats in like 3 and then negative stats in everything else.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to roll a 20 in Constitution to get anything.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I'm really good at charisma, and intelligence, and strength, but everything else is a negative.
Oh, thanks,
Well,
Kurt.
wisdom's average, probably.
What's that?
Kirk said that he thinks my second highest would be wisdom.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got that street smart.
I do. I've seen some shit.
We're Aladdin.
You were the star of the last one. We have to balance you out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one smart.
So I'm gonna start with my dump stats. My dump stats would be Dex. Yeah, I have terrible hand-eye coordination. If I try to throw
Why we don't
something,
play video games?
like out here, if I try to throw something, I will miss. I throw it from back here, I'll hit just fine. And my other one would be charisma. I'm terrible with talking to people. I can't stand up and talk to people in front of things.
It's true.
Plus things like all the time is a problem.
See, I can't talk just to myself. Like when I'm on the camera, I'm awful. But if I'm in front of like a large group of people, I'm fine. I can wing it fine. In front of a single camera with nobody else looking at me, I'm like, with the
Yeah,
stuff.
that's why I try to keep your attention. I'm right here. I'm sitting right here behind the camera. Talk to me.
I care. I care.
My higher ones though would probably be wisdom and constitution, I guess. What
Yeah.
people have told me.
So
I
your
can definitely see
constitution
that.
is
My
super.
I don't think my aim and strength are really low though either. They're
Right.
above
Right.
flush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're above a 10. Probably 12 to
But yeah,
15.
cold doesn't bother me.
I mean, for you, it's probably like a 15 or 16 because you don't know how to roll low. But
No.
I imagine you rolled out of the womb pretty high too.
Like literally rolled out.
Probably.
Now that would be really dexterous, and we've gone over
Oh
the fact
right,
that
you.
he's not.
Not that.
You're right. You're right.
It was. He made an athletics check. Now.
You, however, probably cartwheeled out.
Twice.
I've never been able to do a cartwheel ever.
You
Even
probably
as a
botched
kid.
landing though.
I'm not very good, but I can do it.
And any naysayer saying I'm not charismatic, I have intimidation. That's what my thing is.
Yeah.
It's intimidation. RBF, like, unapproachable. I'm just.
Measures the force of your personality, persuasiveness,
So what was my
and leadership.
Yeah, what are-
What was your highest stat? What did you say your
Who
highest
asked?
stat was?
Wisdom.
Kirk.
Kirk asked.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Or,
Kirk. You just asked.
So
He-
for Mike,
he didn't hear you.
he actually gave himself numbers for stats.
Ooh, nice.
He gave himself a 12 strength, possibly as high as a 14. His dex is 9. His constitution is 11 or 12. He has a 10 intelligence, 11 wisdom, and a 15 or 16 charisma.
I definitely think charisma is his highest.
Yeah.
I would give him a little bit higher of a wisdom personally, but his top stat is charisma.
Charisma wisdom is a good combination to have though, because that means that you're approachable to everyone, but you immediately like I am notorious for looking at somebody walking, like having a conversation, walk away, and they're like, I don't like them. And then like 2 years down the road, they're an awful person, and it just took like 2 years to get out, and I was like, I told you.
Told you that 2 years ago
Told
that
you.
we had this conversation that you don't remember, but I told you,
I did.
and she did. She's not making it up.
Sending me messages.
If they know you're live on the air,
Yes, it's Becca talking about us live on the air. Actually,
Huh.
I'm not reading the wall of text. So.
Is she watching?
Yes.
All right, that's all that matters.
Okay, cool. So stuff you would be trained in.
Like,
Oh, just ran like.
train skills.
Trained
oh,
skills.
jeez.
Oh my god.
Like not like numbers or anything like that, but like
No,
out
yeah,
of a
I'm
whole
trying to-
list. Like
Yeah, read me
3.5,
off the list.
4.0, or 5.
I need a lot of experience.
I feel like we should do 4.0 just because it's the most condensed. But I mean like 3.5, like the list is just
We don't have that kind of time.
we don't have. That.
It's already 11. We don't have time for.
You can actually look at it.
No, it's 11
Oh, yeah,
it's 11:20.
Yeah, we need to do 4. We don't have time for.
Yeah, go.
Just
go.
one.
Go.
Like
I don't know what they. You need to read them off to me. I can't think of.
Oh.
Acrobatics,
Animal
Arcana,
handle.
Athletics, bluff. Wait, aren't I reading skills?
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you're
wrong.
right.
Okay. Bluff, diplomacy, dungeoneering, endurance, heal, history, insight, intimidate, nature, perception, religion, stealth, streetwise, thievery.
I would be streetwise.
How many do I get to train in?
We'll just go with 3.
We'll just go
If
through.
you're a human, you get 4.
I would be streetwise. I'm a World of Darkness changeling, so.
So you get 2.
Let me think. Definitely streetwise. Probably intimidate. And athletics.
Mine.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
There you go. I was like, let's push that answer a little bit.
Mine would probably be acrobatics, athletics. Maybe nature.
Streetwise.
No, I mean
Perception.
I am pretty perceptive, so it would probably be insight. It would be insight.
Yeah.
Because I can talk to someone and I know when they're bullshitting me and I know when I don't like them and it's a good reason if I don't
That's
like
not
somebody.
Yeah, that's good.
So
You tell people so all the time.
no, I don't usually
Okay,
voice
I'll
my
read it out.
opinion.
Out again.
So
Okay, so once again, acrobatics, arcana, athletics, bluff, diplomacy, dungeoneering, endurance, heal, history, insight, intimidate, nature, perception, religion, stealth, streetwise, thievery. Now, arcana is more, as in this type of thing, would be more based off of book smart and things like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna go ahead and pull
Dungeoneering?
acrobatics out and put in insight. And I feel like if anybody's got a problem with that,
No.
they can check up on my intimidate rolls.
And dungeoneering is pretty much like technology in this type of setting. It would be.
Okay, so in that case, I would probably have history, dungeoneering, and possibly religion. Not in the sense of
A religion.
a religion, but in the sense
belief.
of a belief.
Mhm.
Definitely along the lines of like video games and a lot of the online cultures.
yes, exactly. That's why I was going to say that I was trained in religion. Not necessarily that I am religious, but I know about religions. And I've studied, like, all the different religions
Yeah.
to try and find one that would be right for me.
I understand. I did that too.
But, alas.
You just go to the same thing we did. No.
And I
Just
think
kidding.
Organized
organized
religion
religion
is
intelligence
useless.
based.
Yeah.
Skills.
Yeah.
Intelligence-based skills. Endurance would be another one for me.
Okay.
Not necessarily, like, the same reasoning, but...
Oh no, I'm confused.
Jimmy saying endurance, I just chuckle.
And Autumn saying she's confused makes it even funnier.
I was like, wait, endurance? And there's the intimidate.
and then insight.
I don't think you're. I think you're an insightful person, but I don't think that you would be trained in insight. I think dungeoneering more than insight.
You think?
Yeah. I mean that's just the way I mean.
Alright. Well, what about you?
I have to listen.
Nature.
But would it be nature or arcana?
Nature.
Nature.
Arcana is
Like,
Arcana is general book smart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nature
So
is
mine's
specific.
more like
Yeah.
science and stuff like that. Okay, so
Yeah.
nature,
You'd be nature.
nature. would be
intimidate.
natural
Intimidate
sciences.
would be higher than nature. Intimidate would be my highest.
Well, it doesn't just stuff that you're
Yeah,
trying
this
to
is
okay,
just
train.
train in.
Intimidate, nature, and either insight or religion. And not in the sense that I have a religion, but I have a belief system.
See, my skill training.
Not a problem.
My skill training is interesting because I specifically train in things I don't care what. So I would have trained, I worked hard to train in diplomacy to try to be able to speak to people. I can't do anything about acrobatics. My dex is too low.
I mean, you already.
You could train to be a
You
zero.
are a pretty diplomatic person. You try and.
Yeah.
You often try and
Diffuse.
bridge the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me
And
and Autumn are too intimidating to be diplomatic.
But dungeoneering,
Yeah.
Arcana probably is what I would have.
Yeah, you're very
I
knowledgeable.
can see that.
I definitely see you as a
So I think for you, Rachel,
diplomatic.
another skill that you use a lot would be perception.
Well, yeah, but that could just be a high wisdom. That's why I didn't bother saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a high wisdom perception.
that's true.
Just fine.
Big Mike also had his skills. He kind of went off of a 3.5 skill system, but
Yeah, well,
he listed diplomacy, bluff, perform jokes, spot, listen, and he says, I'm not sure what else he would have.
So perception.
Perception,
I
diplomacy,
am
and bluff.
also good with listening. Like, physically listening.
Well, that falls under
Well,
insight.
you're also you
yeah.
also have mom hearing too.
I do. I have mom ears.
we have a
It's a wisdom.
circumstance bonus.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
circumstance bonus to perception.
The door opened. She's sneaking food.
I've heard her feet hit the ladder on her bunk bed before. I'm like, get back in bed! And she's like, lay down! I literally, there are some points in time where from here, I can hear her sit up in bed. It's weird. It's weird when you get that good. You're just like, I can hear everything.
She lied, by the way. She's not doing.
She said she was.
Ugh.
Granted, my phone could have went off for the
A
second
long time ago. Yeah.
Currently it says we have four viewers.
So this is something in the line of, I have it always for my character, and I probably have it for in like my own personal self. Is one of the items I always like as soon as right out the gate what I buy, and it's that magic bedroll, and it gives you like
Restful bedroll.
it's called a restful bedroll, and
Plus
it's
temporary.
yeah. So you roll dice to get extra temporary hit points,
Every day.
and I love naps, and I love sleeping, and I need my sleep, or else I'm really terrible.
You don't want to see her. You don't want to be around her when she hasn't
It's
slept.
it's terrible. So I feel like that matches my personality. Like I would
Yeah, no,
I'd get that.
You love your sleep, so I can see that.
It's because I need my sleep.
You get grumpy. You're like Kaylin. It's like that
I'm
video.
not a good sleeper. That's
Have
why.
you
So I
seen
need
the
every
video
little second I
on
can get.
Facebook of like the little girl throwing like a temper tantrum, and like they're at the breakfast, they're at the table, and like her brother looks at her and goes, "Did you take a nap today?" And she goes, "No, I didn't." And he's like, "Well, you need to." And then like she starts screaming, "No, I don't."
But I'd be like,
It's hilarious.
I know, but life. I mean, like, so everyone, well, you guys know, I have a jawbone. Like, it tracks your sleep. I've literally, like, I have like 4 people on my feed, so I can see.
Sorry.
We can see each other's sleep patterns. If I'm in bed for 8 hours, say I'm in bed for 6 hours, and they're in bed for like 9 or 10, they will still get more good sleep than I will. Like, I'm just a terrible sleeper. It's just terrible. That's why I need more time, I guess. I don't know. That's why I need the restful bedroll.
I had trouble sleeping last night. I guess I was having weird, I wasn't having nightmares, but I was having like weird dreams.
Yeah.
To where like it was just throwing me off, and like I was waking up because it was just strange.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is the situation that's going on right now? Like I woke up and I'm like, what was just going? Like I didn't wake up, my heart wasn't pounding. Like I wasn't like, you know how you wake up
I hate
you
that.
know when you wake up from a nightmare.
Yeah.
But like I just woke up and I'm like, what the freak was just going on? And I look and it's still dark outside. I'm going back to bed, and I just roll back over.
I'm terrible. I talk in my sleep and I never remember my dreams.
She was having a bad dream last night. I tried to cuddle her. She shook me off. I tried to cuddle her again. She was like legit. I thought she was shivering. So I was like, all right, fine. I'll sweat for a little bit to warm her up.
I'll take one for the team.
So like I roll over and I put my arm around her. She shakes me off. I'm like, all right. And I was like, maybe she just moved. Nope, shakes me off again. Oh, fuck you too then. So like I lay on my back and I'm just laying there and like she's like shaking and I'm like, she's fucking cold. I can't just lay here and let her shiver in the bed. So I roll over again, I put my arm around her, shakes me off. I roll over one more time, put my arm around her, shakes me off. I'm like, yep, this. I'm going to bed. And I just rolled over. And then, like, 2
Saucy
seconds after I roll over and face away, I feel this. Like, if this is me laying in bed, like, I'm facing this way, I feel this. I'm like, she just inched her way over to me in the bed until she was touching me.
Rachel, wiggle worm? Nah.
I was like, no. And I scooted away from her, like, you don't get any body heat now. Sap somebody else's. You didn't want it when I offered it.
I was like cold. I just wanted to know you were there. And you moved away.
Because when I was trying to show you I was there, you shook me off.
Take it up! Take it up!
Well, on that note,
It's 11:30!
we close the book on this chapter. No, it has to be louder.
Oh,
You
You just
just
killed someone's ears.
You just scared the crap out
Sorry.
of the dog.
that was the worst.
It's quieter at times.
It's gone now.
Redo.
The moment's no. There's no redo. It's a live stream.
There is,
There's no retakes.
and that's,
Hey, IT guy, can you cut that out and redo
And
it?
that's where
No, I can't.
and that was the intimidate check.
Whoop-ah.
That's the game.
Yes, Kirk.
Hold on.
That is
I
definitely
want to
your
hear
two cons.
this.
What?
Kirk said his were con and strength.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, not that bad. Okay.
Okay. Oh, phew. I mean, I still intimidate people. So.
The delay, Doug's like watching for the delay. He's like, I need to hear this. But yes,
On that note,
it is the end of the podcast. It has been an hour. We are grown ass adults. We
always
have
surprising.
a Tumblr, a Reddit, a Facebook, a Twitter. It's all grown ass adults. No spaces. Did you put spaces in the?
Boom.
No spaces. Never any spaces. YouTube.
Grown-ass
Google
adults don't
Plus,
use spaces.
Spaces are
Tumblr, Twitter,
tweens.
Facebook. No spaces. Never any spaces.
I was gonna say
Look
children,
for
but
us.
please,
If you
really
know us
email
personally and you have an idea for us, let us know. And remember, if we can get 15 people to watch the podcast for at least a half an hour,
It's not that bad. Come on, guys.
It's like
we-
hanging out with us. And we're
if we
pretty
can get
cool.
15 people to watch the podcast for a half an hour, I will let Guppy pick out my outfit, and then we will take a mall excursion, and I will put it on video. See you next Thursday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Grown-ass adults.